Reporters, welcome back to my channel. Listen, this is not a drill. Jace is back again, dragging his deadbeat mom, Janelle Lauren Evans, for filth. He had the internet buzzing earlier this week when he dropped a series of alarming text messages that he had exchanged with his mother, Janelle, in which she, in my opinion, emotionally abused this child by cursing at him and threatening his sense of security and safety and shelter as well. You can pause to read these text messages. We've already gone over them in a couple other videos. But just FYI, all of this has been a really big topic of discussion this week, and with good reason, right? So earlier this morning, I shot an episode of the Morning Report in which we spoke about how Janelle confirmed that her son, Jace, has officially left Las Vegas and has returned back to North Carolina, where he was begging her to let him go because he was not happy in Vegas and he really wanted to focus on his health at this point, which I thought was absolutely brilliant of him. Like, I'm so thrilled to hear that he is in North Carolina. However, reports about his return to North Carolina have been very vague. They keep on talking about him staying with a relative, but never any details as to who this relative is. And we saw Janelle try to get ahead of the story. In fact, let me pull up one of the clickbait articles that she put on her Facebook page to entice us into reading her perspective of things, or her side of things, right? So she shared a photo of the two of them. This was not that long ago, right? I think it was earlier this month or late last month, where they were celebrating Jace's 16th birthday. She had got a helicopter ride. They ate at a fantastic restaurant and everything. So she said, Jace moved back to North Carolina, details below. And then it was a link to Celebici, which she is paid for by the click, which is a very, very strange thing to do when it comes to the health, safety, and security of your child, right? Your alleged child. Anyway, but I digress, right? So Jace has had it with her doing this to him, just issuing these clickbait things, talking nonstop about what's going on between the two of them. In fact, after she did that, she also followed it up with a veiled threat. I don't know if this is to Jace. I don't know if this is to the public, but this is what Janelle said. She said, defamation is a crime in Vegas, just so everyone's aware. Well, what do you mean by this? Like, what are we supposed to do with this information? Congratulations. I imagine a lot of other things are illegal in Vegas. Now what, right? Like, who cares? Who freaking cares? If you're threatening somebody, or if you're talking about somebody, tag them. Let us know who you're talking about. Is it me, boo? Because what the hell do I care, right? And is the truth defamation? You're a deadbeat. That's not defamation. That's the truth. It's a fact, babe. Like, what? Right? Anyway, so Jace, just a couple of minutes ago, has taken to his Instagram page to continue to call things out. So he said, and I quote, "Crazy how my mom blocked me." So this is something that we were saying earlier. I'm telling you guys, when he first posted these text messages, Janelle was still following his account, but she wasn't anymore. So I knew someone blocked somebody. I actually thought it was the other way around. I imagined it was the child that blocked the adult. But to find out that it's the alleged adult that blocked the child, wow, insane. But it's par for the course when it comes to deadbeat Evans over here, right? But I'm doing a lot better. Just an FYI, back in North Carolina, but I just don't understand why my mom keeps putting up with all this BS. She needs to let everything go. She shut my phone off. She's mad, but she keeps posting stupid stuff about tabloids. I don't give an F about tabloids. Nothing in my family is doing that. So think what you want to think, but the truth is the truth. You're never going to like it. Sucks to hear that. But like I said, the truth is the truth. And what exactly is the truth? I think the truth is that she has him looking after his younger siblings, Iser and Ensley and Kaiser, as she goes around partying her behind off with her friend Tori. The two of them have been out thotting and bopping like 4 or 5 days the past week, right? Like, that's all they do. They're on red carpets, they're at the clubs, they're bottle popping. Janelle is allegedly breaking her arm because she's getting so wasted, partying so damn hard. All sorts of things like that are just so strange. And on top of that, they're creating this like adult content together, right? That they're promoting and whatnot in the midst of this crisis with her alleged son. And so he continued on to say she just needs to stop posting all this stuff. It's over. I'm back in North Carolina. And that's what she's scared for her own loss. So why would she be scared of him being back in North Carolina? I don't know. Is he alluding to the fact that like he's telling everything and she's not there to take his phone and threaten his, his access to the internet, his freedom of the press, like also, I don't know, right? Perhaps like at this point, Jace is pissed and he has a right to be. Like, how weird is it to sell this kind of like article to a blog, right? And Janelle, she was also on TMZ as an anonymous source defending herself in regards to what happened with Jace and everything. But we all saw right through it. I also think she activated her sleeper cell August to go and trash Jace. Like, she has been doing a lot, and it's been so harmful to his mental health, right? Like, it's just such a cruel thing to do. And now more information is coming out about what exactly went down, how quickly she had Jace shipped off to North Carolina, and what exactly really might have transpired behind the scenes that we don't know of yet. Shout out to my girl, the Ashley's Reality Roundup, for this latest story and scoop. Again, the Jace stuff, that's still very, very new. It just happened a couple of minutes ago, but I got this intel from the Ashley from yesterday here that we can share in regards to what was really going down on the land. So let's take a look at this one point, okay? So apparently Jace, we already know that he's the one who called CPS on Janelle because he was sick of her going out to party constantly as he was looking after his younger siblings, okay? And so sources tell the Ashley that Jace was on a plane within hours of him leaking the text messages. She said, oh, you want to tell the truth about me? Take this flight. Well, how was she able to coordinate this within the span of a couple hours? Who was waiting for him on the other end, if not Barbara? Who else can go and accept a child into their home on such short notice, right? If not a family member. So anyway, she's got some more information to share. So let's keep on scrolling to see exactly what that is. That text messages is what we've, already discussed, that Jace had leaked. My brain is fried right now. So the person who leaked the story to TMZ painted a picture. Yeah. So it was very obviously Janelle, right, who did that. So the Ashley sources is saying that Janelle is lying when Janelle says that she let Jace go back to North Carolina because it was the best thing for him. No, apparently she was pissed that he put that stuff out there, right? And so the Ashley is also confirming that he is on probation currently. But again, this is a smear tactic used by Janelle and August to discredit Jace as a victim of Janelle's subpar parenting or negligent parenting, so to speak. So, let's not focus too much on whether or not he's on probation. That distracts from the main fact. And the main fact is that Janelle has allegedly been neglecting him and has allegedly been neglecting the other children, leaving them at home with him while she goes out and parties night after night, right? So on top of that, her source says, and I quote, after CPS was contacted, Janelle was pissed, and that's when she cussed him out and basically told Jace that he's dead to her. Imagine saying that to your 16-year-old child because he didn't want to be at home looking after your other kids while you're thotting and bopping with your frenemy. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. Like, why wouldn't you just stop partying? Janelle, stop partying. Look after your kids. They're not doing okay. They need you in the house. The other ones, they just started school a couple of days ago. Like, how are you out here partying and going on dates like left, right, and center? Like, this is not normal behavior, right? And so after she cursed him out and basically told him that he's dead to her, that is when he leaked the text messages, okay? And so Janelle, she was turning that on its head. She's like, no, I just punched him because he was bad, right? And that's why, no. I don't believe her at all. I imagine that she's disciplined him on other occasions and it never led to this because this is different. This is not a problem of discipline. This is a problem of your lack of discipline, Janelle, and how you need to be out in the clubs, on weeknights and everything regularly every week instead of looking after your damn kids, right? And leaving him to do it. So according to the Ashley source, soon after, quote, Jace was on a plane. She was so done and he wanted to go back to North Carolina. As Teen Mom fans know, Janelle's mother, Barbara, who raised Jace the majority of his life, lives in North Carolina. Not only that, but his father, Andrew Lewis, recently moved back. Really? I had no clue. I thought he was still in Florida, where most of Andrew's extended family also resides. So Jace has plenty of family and friends there. Janelle sent Jace to Florida in May. Okay, we know that. Jace did not want to go back to Vegas. He was never happy there. And when Tori moved moved in, things got even worse for Jace, because you know what? It became like a sorority house, right? And that's not fair for the children. The Ashley's not revealing where Jace is currently staying in North Carolina, but according to her source, he's safe and very happy to be there. Well, if he's happy to be somewhere, I imagine it's with Barbara. They're hoping him living there will be made permanent. Barbara. I believe that it is Barbara. And so now when it comes to Janelle, she hates the Ashley because the Ashley's always right about her. So Janelle's response to this article was, quote, "Gotta love when people put words in my mouth. I love all my children equally and wouldn't ever deny any of them. Once again, the Ashley's article is a lie. They always lie. This is why everyone else gets the real exclusive and not that website. This is my son's father talking to the tabloids once again when he's not even allowed around his own son unsupervised. Listen, I love all my children equally. Listen, 0 divided by 3 is still 0. So that's not saying much, boo. Anyway, you guys, listen, I'm going to continue to keep an eye on the story and let you know any updates I find out. But for now, I'm happy that Jace has found his voice and he is not letting go. He is not getting his foot off of that deadbeat's neck. He's going to let us know time and time again, she ain't shit and she ain't never going to be shit. Got me cursing over here at everything. Listen, Team Jace forever, forever, forever. Jace, again, please get yourself a GoFundMe, get yourself a lawyer, get yourself a lawyer and that GoFundMe, and we will pay your legal bills. The Team On community is here for you 100%. Anything we can do to help you set yourself up for a good quality of life, right? Like, let's look towards the future. You are finally free of this woman, this wretched, wretched, wretched woman. And, now you could look forward to the future, whatever that is, like, what are you passionate about? What do you want to go to school for? Like, what can we do to help make sure that you are set to go to college or university or trade school or whatever it is that you want to do for your future? We are all behind you and we want the brightest future possible for you. I'm so proud of him for speaking out, and exposing things, because one thing about Janelle is she really managed to skate by on these kids being too young to speak their truth and share what it's really like to grow up with such a monster. Honestly, a true freaking monster through and through. And for him to be the first one to really go out there, put down the receipts, drop the mic, and then come back, pick up the mic, and let us know once again what time it is with this woman, right? Like, what she's doing is incredibly wrong. She's claiming that Andrew, Jace's biological father, is the one speaking to the tabloids. Well, what about you? You're the one out there putting out this unnecessary, unhelpful information about Jace and, whether or not he's on probation and whatnot, to distract from the fact that all you want to do all day, every day is the same thing you wanted to do all day, every day when you were a damn teenager, which is go take your ass to the club and, throw that thing around in a circle, which is insane, right? You're really in the club, still partying with your kids at home, trying to do their homework. And you've got a brace on your arm from the last time you went out, got partied and got effed up. Come on, sis. Sit down. Like, at what point do we grow, evolve, and, do other things with our lives other than going to the club and drinking our faces off? What is this, Janelle? You should be so ashamed of yourself. Shout out to you, Jace. Keep speaking your truth. We believe every single word of what it is that you are telling us. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, you guys. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.